Arsalan Iftikhar is an international human rights lawyer. He joins us now live from Washington. The Italian foreign minister appears to know something that the chief prosecutor at the ICC doesn't. Is that how you see it?
Well, Adrian, I see it as more of a political gambit being played by the Italian government. You know, a lot of people know that Italy and primarily Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi has been Gaddafi's strongest ally in the EU. And so, you know, coming from Foreign Minister Frattini, you know, this tacit message that by the end of May, the International Criminal Court and Chief Prosecutor Luis Moreno Ocampo will issue an ICC warrant, I think is a gambit to try to get Gaddafi to stop his targeting of civilians, because if the arrest warrant is issued and then he goes and seeks exile somewhere, the ICC warrant will actually trigger something called universal jurisdiction, and any country that would accept him into exile would have a lot of international obligations to do their best and make sure that this war criminal, which is what he would be brought to justice at The Hague.
So, if anything, the Italian foreign minister is merely persuading Gaddafi to stay put, isn't he? I mean, if an international arrest warrant was issued for him, those around Colonel Gaddafi are hardly likely to turn him over to the court, are they?
That's a very valid point that you bring up, Adrian. You know, obviously the unintended consequences of this political gambit, and that's probably why it is a gambit, is that, you know, if an international ICC warrant is issued, that would probably motivate Gaddafi to entrench himself even further, knowing that he would find no sanctuary anywhere around the world. Now, what it does do, it would technically, under international law, turn him into a war criminal like Slobodan Milosevic and his fellow Serbian war criminals after the Balkan genocide. And so, you know, I think it's also, it could also be seen as a tacit message to people like Bashar al-Assad in Syria, you know, to stop their crackdown on civilian populations. Otherwise, they might be seeing an ICC criminal complaint coming in their direction in the near future as well. So
what you're saying is given the fact that he's very unlikely to end up at the ICC, at least in the short term, there's no real point in issuing an arrest warrant right now.
Well, I think, you know, it does send a symbolic message. You know, not many people around the world are indicted for war crimes at the International Criminal Court at The Hague. I mean, I think that it does, you know, again, it puts him in the infamous league of people like Slobodan Milosevic and Saddam Hussein. And so I think it is important in showing solidarity with the Libyan people. Again, it will be symbolic until they are able to exercise this universal jurisdiction and actually get him into custody. But I think that, you know, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out by the end of the month, to see if the ICC actually issues the arrest warrant.
Well, indeed. Many thanks indeed, sir. That's Arsalan Iftikhar, an international human rights lawyer.